do it.
Okay, this meeting is being live streamed. So I'm just going to, while it's going through, I don't know when it starts recording. Okay. Okay, and we're now recording as well. So today here in Australia is the 6th of November 21, and for everyone else around the world, Chris, it's your 5th. It's a day before, because you're coming to me from where in the world?
From New Mexico in the United States.
And I'm coming from Queensland, of course. and there's a lot of energies coming through at the moment. So if everyone just takes a breath, whew, and there's a new balance of a divine feminine masculine happening right now as we're coming in straight away. So listen, for anyone that's new, that hasn't been on one of those videos before, welcome along. This is live as it comes direct from source. So we don't know what energies are going to come through. Today is a brand new platform of Chris and I coming on together in new divine feminine masculine energies as a part of a new big platform for humanity, anchoring in human embodiment, in our human bodies, linking from our spirit through our souls for the very first time, with Chris and I coming on live together today. And boy, it has taken a lot of energy to get here. Understatement, Chris?
Absolutely.
So there was a lot of energies that were not wanting this to happen, blocking, wooziness, nausea, throwing up. There's been so much that has gone on in the physical purging to create this new platform today. And it's important because this is from beyond, below the iceberg of something else, something new, something different, not something of the divine, first to the planet for the very first time. For those of you who I've been guided, that was brought through to call first wavers. So many have asked, what is a first waver? Which is a really good question, because it's not just one thing. It's not in a box. It is expansive. It is, do not define yourself. Oh, am I a first waver? Am I not? Where am I? Don't do any of that bullshit distraction energy. Please, it's for everyone to feel and tune in right now in this moment. Are you staying focused, masters, with what I'm bringing through? And I'm opening my energy to welcome Chris Trujillo into this space for the very first time. Has been a massive, monumental effort of not just Chris and I, of all other new ascending, what I call new ascending earth masters, learning to embody. And first wavers is a very new term that I was guided from spirit to let people know. When they were sharing me some things they were doing for the planet, I went, oh, you're a first waver. You're right at the forefront. I can feel that because I've been at the forefront for a very long time with humanity. So that's anchoring that energy in now. So I want to bring Chris's energy in here too. Remember, this is all new. This is the first time. Chris is very happy to sit and hold space with me, knowing I need to talk and share and bring through the energies. And Chris, can you share, in just being you, a little of your and my connection and what it means in this energy space? When I share, what do you feel you need to do in holding that energy space with me when you can feel I need to voice?
For me, Anastacia, it's almost like, it's like you say, you're so far ahead. And for like me, it's like, it's clear as day. But, for so many, it's like, there's almost like a disconnect or something like that, and it's like, I feel like I'm here as a bridge to kind of help, being that I'm coming into my mastership in 5D. I'm here to kind of help along and assist with being the bridge to helping others understand where you're coming from.
You are, and you're underplaying yourself. You've been doing a lot of your own spiritual growth before our energies connected, before we met. And very much what's come for you is a shaman's journey, is what's come for you. Very much a shaman's energy, a shaman's journey, and so many past life things I've seen with you in healing. And the most recent one was that Native American Indian one, and the energies, and not going into that now. So when there's a release from the solar plexus, when somebody feels really connected to what and what Chris means by, because I'm so far ahead, is because, briefly for those that are not aware, that as humanity is coming into fifth dimensional energies, we're still in that process, which I'll cut a long story short with that. And it's about divine unconditional love of Christ consciousness, embodying it, living it fully 24/7, and learning how to master that inner human being right here and now. That's what I call a new ascending earth master, right? That is where humanity is generally at. And there's other souls that are bringing through, Cryon brings through what Cryon brings through, and others are bringing through some amazing information for the planet. Okay, big shifts happening. I'm just going to shift that energy. Oh, it's big. So we're just purging a big old bubble of energy. If you can just see this coming off you, in front of you, and see our planet, and see this coming off the planet. Okay, so this is us all dissolving negative energies, entities of ourselves, releasing, and for the whole planet, because I assure you there's a bigger picture going on that Chris and I had to push through, energies that did not want us to come on today, and we've done it. We've broken through the ice, so to speak. That's old, ancient, old, abundant energy breakthrough in us coming on together alone. That's taken 11 minutes for the energy introduction. So the first bits are clearing and adjusting. And then when we kick into the halfway mark, oh my gosh, usually the second half is kick ass in these videos. It just takes a lot. And that's the difference about these, isn't it, Chris, is that this is newly firstly, and we're actually embodying it and doing things a little bit differently than others, in being so raw and real and passionate. And that's what you wrote a little bit of, and the pitch is shifting in the masculine. When I said to you, what actually is a first waver?
Yes, exactly.
And you were, yes. Yeah, darling, you go. I'd love you to share what came for you about what is a first waver.
Well, it's like you said, as I felt into that over the week, it's like you say, so much came up, because as a first waver, there's so much that it entails it, and it covers, because not everybody's journey is the same, and not everybody's meant to do the same thing, or walk the same path in a sense. And so what I felt is like, as a first waiver, and to put in a simple answer, basically is one that's an individual that's ahead of time in their own right, that sees the bigger picture now of what's going on with humanity, and is here to bring in and usher in this new energy and anchor it into the human embodiment itself, instead of just in spirit alone with the visions and all that. It's about being here in the human, because that's what we came to do, to embody the human and master it this way. So yeah, as a first waver, I feel that we're ahead of the game in order to sort of bust the system and recreate it, and bring in the new.
Oh, boom, boom. That was just so beautiful. Yes, there is so many versions. I'll read what you also shared with me. For the first time, this is about today, people are going to able to see and actually really feel what it's like to gather in new unity with masters who are very serious about their role and mission. And like I say, and lighten the fuck up with it. And you wrote raw, real, authentic, genuine kind of way by lightening up and having a blast as we do. That's what the fucking difference is the rawness, the realness, the down to earth, all of that.
Exactly.
You also put here, as that really is our next New Earth Ascension Masters. Never before has it been done. We're about to do it to that level, to take it and come from in that this will be 100% real life, practical ascension, grounded in the human, not just in spirit alone. And this is a big area where many souls are still learning how to anchor in and ground in more. This has been big and coming straight from the heart instead of the head and the spiritual mind. So there's another. We can continue to, you'll get the idea of what it sort of means. It is, I like how you said ahead of time, because that came with me with the updates a little while ago. And like I wrote something in 2017 this morning, come up on Facebook, and I wrote ahead of time for 2017. It's talking about now. And I do feel, I do like, and I do resonate, because I've not heard you say that before as first graders. So the more that I talk to you, the more that you write, the more you're unraveling this, you know, because what Chris and I, what I've let Chris know is, and I've shared this briefly in another video, because I was in 5D, firstly, blazing a trail for humanity and linking our spirit and our soul through our emotions, firstly, anchoring in as new ascending earth masters to the planet. That is what has been my role. There's only one other on the planet that I'm aware of, and she's from Australia as well, that has a role with bringing that through. And I've had to come up and newly voice, and it's taken 2 years of videos to be able to be energetically ready to co-create with Chris. So I've already been in 5D. I was in 5D for 15 years, and I say these words loosely just as an energetic indication of a soul's growth in our human body ascension. Okay, that's the only reason I don't like things, labels and boxes. However, for that reason, I am saying, and then I've shifted from 6, 7, 8, and 9D is the highest vibration one can attain in this lifetime in our human ascension. 9D is the most the body can hold that vibration physically, because any more than that, you're out of here. The vibrations are so high. So I'm still learning newly. And so what has happened, because I've been writing and sharing for the last 8 to 10 years, I've been consciously awoken on this journey about being a pioneer, firstly, for Australia and humanity in what I'm bringing through for 26 years. You'd also knew when Jesus came to me when I was a little girl that I had a role and mission, and you've all got amazing stories, and you've had your awakenings in your ways too. So I'm just sharing a little bit about, okay, big shift happening, what that is for me. I can feel your energy. You just linked into me, Chris. What came for you then when I just said what I did?
Well, it ties into like how you say that it basically took you that time for you to grow into where you are now. And the same case is with me, because since we connected 2 years ago, you know, it's been a whole process to get to where I'm at right here and now. And, you know, all the one-to-ones, the super master classes, the one grandmaster class, all of that has gone into bringing me to this point right here to co-create with you. And that's
You were
that's
ready.
where I feel that with, yep. But
Thank
it took
you.
that time and that process to grow into.
So it just hasn't happened overnight. A lot of people wanting things to flip and happen overnight, and it is a process. I'm not saying everyone's journey will be yours and that you needed to do all those. People, you were ready. You were very ready.
Process. Yeah.
It's a process is what it felt like you were really tapping into shit. Yes, that is a process. Yes. And because I'm still here for a reason. I've been kept alive because I have in the human physical, because I have so many amazing naturopath, here with these, Grace Lalacato, I have an acupuncturist, I have chiro, I have osteo, I have physio. I am doing every regime possible with the Metatron machine, with the latest laser in the world for my physical body, because of the toll it's taken on my physical body that I have faced over 17, 18 times. You could die, you may die because of this, to still be here. And because for me to be here, what's happened for me is that, not that I've forgotten, all has been said, written, and shared by me in those years of writing, that it's all been said for me. And what is an amazing feeling for me, I'm in a new platform, everybody. So if you've got an Ascension pioneer of New Earth Ascension saying that to you, what does that mean for everybody else? Big fucking exciting times, real proof, raw and real, because this is a living temple vessel. So that's upgrading you right now, Chris, as I'm talking. So even though it may look to others that I'm holding the space, and all, it's not. Chris is right here beside me. We have an understanding and energetic agreement that as I'm voicing and tabling and talking, Chris is uptaking that to help him to upgrade more. He knows that and he feels that. And we're pouring over and blending the divine masculine, feminine for divine healing for all of you right now. All the words have been written and said by me personally. So Chris and many others is my bridge with humanity, because so much of what Chris has shared is from what I've written. It's very interesting, Chris, to see those words of the divine, yet they're my words of the divine that I've written, that I've had to surrender. This is true. This is a process to let go, to see you write them without it stirring something in me, because this lifetime I've had so many males that have, mainly males, have taken advantage that Chris is helping me to heal all that past trauma of the divine masculine that I suffered in the military. There was a lot that happened. So that's part of mine and Chris's connection as well. And I've often said to him, you're a first waver, Chris. You're a first waver. So if you're feeling right now and you're resonating to anything, you will intuitively know if you're feeling the first waver energies. There's no competition. We're not here. I'm not quite feeling it. Doesn't mean I'm not a first waver. We don't have time for that energy distraction bullshit, because that's bullshit. This is pure divine unconditional love. Chris, did you want to share something?
I would just say that to determine if you are a first waver, it's going to take feeling into it, because if you start questioning with the mind and being in the head, then you're going to go circles and circles. So yeah, that's one of the main prerequisites of being a first waver, is linking in and through the emotions and feeling.
Thank you. Thank you for the remind. It's important. And you know, there's many that have openly said that they don't want to feel the emotions. And there was another one yesterday that was somebody in a professional area working with others that said they don't do the emotions like that anymore. Release it, don't focus on it, zap it away, or not tap it away, but shift it. There's no need to go into that. They're not interested. And so it's taken me a little while recently this year to realize we have changed so much in humanity's ascension that there seems to be a certain new unity, tribal, but I don't really like that word in a sense, believe it or not, a new sense of family, new unity energies of souls that are really resonating to the rawness and realness. It's taken me 26 years to start sharing in a new, different way, that, and with everything that's happening, the restrictions in the world, that at the same time, you have all grown, you here today have really grown. And I can be a mirror of that. Being here, firstly, trailblazing, I can mirror back what usually no one else on the planet can for themselves personally. You know, Chris, I've had someone say they've traveled the whole world, gone to ashrams, and they've gone to all these things searching for enlightenment. They come back booking with me and went, well, shit, I've been looking for this the whole time. I just laughed. They had to do all that, you know. So, yep. Yeah, there's a wobble and an imbalance. There's something releasing. Is there anything you'd like to share at all? Anything? Anything else?
You know what? What honestly brought me to you was
Mhm.
your realness, because to me, Ascension, I couldn't help but like not feel my emotions. And so when I'd read these other posts, like before I found you, they were talking about, oh, we're coming into 5D, you got to remain as positive as possible because you don't want to attract all this other stuff. And then you get into the visions and meeting with ETs and special abilities and all of that. And that wasn't resonating with me at all, because I'm like, you guys are talking about all of this, but then here's Anastasia and she's writing everything that I'm feeling. And so I feel that true ascension is dealing with and feeling the emotions.
Well, it is what it is, and if that's what you said and that's what you feel, that's what you feel.
Yeah, and that's what it is for me. Yeah.
I have as well, yet I had to shift from that for myself. I actually found it, and it's so good to hear you really feel and tune into that. I had to let that go to bring through more, and that's why I'm linking with you to voice and share. It's like for me, and I will keep bringing it back to me because I'm a mirror for everybody else for what's going on in your life ultimately. That's why I talk about me all the time, because it's about really you.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to remind people that, because at times I go, we're still talking. And it's the energies. There's just, and it's breathe and pause and feel and flow. And it's just slow the fuck down, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've learned that even again over this last week.
And it took us a good 7 days of preparing for today as well. So that's
Yeah.
what we mean by here at the coalface, the forefront, that even though I'm in 9D, I'm still ascending as well. So when people say, I've ascended, what have you? When someone says, I'm ascended Earth Master, you need to be very brave when you say that. What have you ascended? I'm still ascending. I'm an ascended 5D Earth Master, absolutely. I'm still ascending. It's a continual, we really, yeah. So big shift of energy, then a big blast of energy. We just pushed through something really big then, Chris. I'm just reading some comments people are writing. Heaps of people are saying hello to us. Thank you for the healings, tears, release. I felt you were saying what I was feeling and didn't have words for. Yes, just like you said, Chris. Thank you. People are saying touch, go in, touch, go, or feel in, something I've struggled with too, or a bit of both. So again, I need to finish off. I need to finish off what I want to say so we can continue. I want to keep saying that. I'm going to allow myself the room and the space to continue to talk, because we just released some energies of distraction just then. I just saw this poof, this white light come in and just push away distraction energies. So everyone just see the white light, just push those cords and threads and this big white ball here, just push those threads off you. Push those distraction energies off you, off you, off you, off you, and seal yourself in that white bubble space right now, and see gold on the outside, and then maybe put a layer of purple, because we need to up our protection recently in the past week. And Matthew McKenzie would see people in a gold beam of light, and that would just protect their energies from you. If you've got to be with someone talking in a moment, and just place that gold beam of energy to the extra protection, see another layer of something, and just add another layer at the moment. Don't ask why. We don't need to understand why. It just is what it is with the energies. Whack on another layer. This is live, first to the planet energy updates. Now, Chris, there's dragons coming surrounding you, humming and buzzing. So you're in a gold pillar. So it means see a gold pillar of light over yourself right now, everybody. And I will bring that through for myself, the three of us. I'm seeing crowns on everybody. See a crown, for whatever crown this is for you, on your head. I'm seeing a white, for the first time, like a white, lacy, ethereal crown. It's very beautiful what I'm seeing. And just feel yourself. And feel the gold trickling, filling you. Can you see that as well in front of you? A white crown and another you. And can you see that? That's your spirit. There's two of you, darlings. You need to remember spirit and soul. And in the next Supermaster class, there are still some vacancies. I share for energy resonations only. On the 20th, there is an exchange for that. There are some vacancies where I will be bringing individuals, because there's only up to 10, of their link with their spirit and their soul, and I'll be going into that further, and you will instantly have a link and embodiment by the end of that super masterclass. Super, super powerful. Chris, I know we were meant to be talking about first waivers. That I've just been guided for you to share a little bit about the super masterclasses. So that this is for Chris. When we table and talk, everybody, you help to anchor your energies. And I wrote this years ago. We need to table, to voice, to anchor, to ground in. And it's true. We're now at the embodiment. There's nothing left to wait for. First waivers. I'm going to call you all first waivers. Who's here? Take that. Because a first waiver could be someone still learning to feel. Could be still, even though Chris said all that he said, it's a process, as he also said, growing into the living embodiment, 24/7 Christ consciousness, unconditional love for all. It starts with self. And that's the biggest challenging thing, is unconditionally loving ourselves. What do you want to, is there anything you'd like to add, Fathers, with that at all, Chris?
Yeah, it takes that a big time, because one of my things was I held myself to a very high standard. And not that I was super harsh on myself, but I kept that pressure on to constantly grow. Yeah.
I was. Most actually, you mightn't have been, but others are. The more that I talk to people, Chris, the more the self-critic and it's put the stick down and stop beating yourself up, hasn't. But a lot of others are really critical, darling, and they're really, really, and some of the words that I hear people say, and just say, listen, do you realize you're saying that to yourself? So, yeah.
Yeah, and for me, like I say, it was really subtle, but yeah, it's like you say, and that's one of the big things with us too, is we do tend to be pretty hard on ourselves, and in time, that's a really huge thing, is to learn to be gentle with ourselves. And again, it's a process, because we've grown up kind of growing up like with there's this need to perform, and it's like that has to be let go, because it's like you say, it all starts with us firstly, and we have to have that unconditional love for ourselves.
Need to perform. I like that. You know why I like that? You're so right. Now I'm going to keep finishing off my story. See how I keep going to keep. Okay. So I love that. I'm going to keep going on with what I want to voice, and then I keep shifting. I'm coming back to that again. So we've shifted another layer again, everyone. I'm seeing pink and gold, pink and gold. Just see pink with gold in the edges. In your mind's eye, just see the pink and gold. You did it so quick. You did it so quick. That's working with 6-dimensional energies as the visions. Don't thunk it. Don't think it. It just comes instantly. Let your imagination be your superpower. Because I'm so far ahead in 9th dimensional energies, I'm needing souls like Chris to now re-voice and reword what has already been written, tabled, and shared for myself. Firstly, newly from Chris. I went, newly from Chris, because I don't want to say that it's not rewording. This is new that Chris is bringing through to help humanity further, and we're side by side, and it's a welcome relief for me as I continue to bring in the latest energies as they're coming 24/7. And so others can share, and I can have a little bit of a rest in that sense, even though it's still full on. It's a blessing, because you will connect so much with what Chris is sharing and saying for the now, because it's like I'm so far away from when I went through that in my mastership. Part of me forgets what that was like. Does that make sense, Chris? I find it challenging to say that. Not that I forgot, but I actually have. Help me with this. What am I saying?
Well, it's like you said, that was 15 years ago. And like, we could even just like look into a week or a month and see how much is packed into that. And it's like, yeah, you still know and remember, right? But it's like, even how we have to be reminded, it's like, yeah, this is coming through newly again as we come through it in our own way, in the new.
Feel a reconnection happening when I voiced, and see how you felt that with your words, Chris. That was really challenging, and I'm so happy, and I'm so glad I was able to finally spit that out. That's what it felt like, and you said it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's, as you said to me when I said, oh, and you said you're human. Remember, not only human, you're human, and I'm like, yeah. It's what someone said. Us mere mortals, Anastacia, you're bringing through stuff through. Firstly, where she said, us mere mortals, though, we're just going through it now. So that is a bit of a joke. Oh, I'm going to cough, excuse me. Excuse me, clearing that throat. Sorry, everybody. Wow, talk about heavy, heavy, heavy. So what I've also noticed with what is first waivers, with some others that are first waivers, Chris, I've got a girlfriend that's going to take on one of the government systems through the schools. And I said to her, you are such a first waiver, but you're one that will go down into that rabbit hole as part of your journey that you need to combat. You need to go to those rallies, those marches, and be up front in that. And my energy as a first waiver is not to be in that. So there's many different, ways that for first waivers. It's so expansive. It's so expansive. What is a first waiver? So there's a big shift happening at the moment. Is there anything else you want to add, darling? Or do you want me to keep going?
And I'll just say, Anastacia, that as first waivers, it is very expensive because, like we were saying, everybody's role is different, and not everybody's meant to be feeling like we're feeling, or there's many that are meant to, like you say, take on the system. There's some that are meant to spread the word about the vaccine if that's what they feel that they're supposed to do. There's many different things that we're seeing that are all contributing to bringing this thing through, but it's all like, I would say, different degrees. And I don't want to say that in the sense of spiritual competition, but more like a distinguishing between vibration and frequency, and where someone's at on their own personal journey, as
bringing the lighting, because we're all bringing the lighting together in all those. It's a kaleidoscope. I keep saying it's the biggest kaleidoscope as far as you can see the energies right now. There's not, and I've never, ever in all these years seen it expand that big, and that's where we're at right now. In the last 7 days, especially, everyone, and I wrote about the kaleidoscope. So thank you for saying that. Pitch just raised, the vibration, divine feminine is on your left, masculine is on your right. The ears, the pitch, there's an equal balance just come in just then. Thank you so much for saying that. And so I've had to let go of a lot for myself, because I've been passionately bringing these energies through to go, let go, see where everything's at. And that's taken a couple of years process to at least 1 year. And so there's a big wobbling, balancing left and right, feminine, masculine. Just need to take a moment, allow this wobble and this balance. We need to slow it down. However, to get to this place, Chris, we've needed to go through that our way is this way, and no, I'm against the vax, and then, well, I don't give a fuck if you get one, but it's about freedom of pro-choice. So we've grown very quickly through what's happening in the outside world with the restrictions, is all I'll say. The COVID, whatever, blah. I don't want to add energy to that, because there's a bigger picture, and we've grown, and it's accelerated, and now the energy is getting more intense and both is balancing. So there's a real strengthening at the moment of the divine feminine, masculine coming in. I could feel that strength, feel the strength come in. People are writing, boom, felt the shift. Boom, thank you, diamond facets. Thank you for being live. Thank you for everybody for coming. I resonate with that a lot. Okay, big shift. I just got to slow it all down. It's really sped up then. So I'm just going to slow things down and just regroup. So I'll just say to people, just grab yourself a little sip of a drink or something, just shift your energy in some way, and we'll pick up in a couple of seconds. So I'm just going to stretch. We've just shifted something big, and we're going to regroup, and I'm going to see where Spirit's going to guide us to go from here. Pitch is going crazy. So there's huge harmonic convergence, rebalancing. I was let known last year I was bringing in new harmonic convergence energies this year. I was told 1 year ago, 888 harmonic convergence. I work with the 888 quite a lot, with the abundance for the planet as well. So we're breaking old paradigms. I can see now what's happening. Big, huge shift, this one. And there's just pieces crumbling, like buildings crumbling and falling is the vision. We just need to see that just fall away and see a beautiful big crystal city behind. Come forward, bring that crystal city vision forward. I won't give it a name. I'm just going to call it a crystal city energy because it's many things. I call it Avalon energies anyway. It's also linked with the telos energies. Oh, there's a lot going on. So I'm just going to let your third eye just play for the energies and just pause for a moment and allow the energies to flow. Create a new space. It took this long, 39 minutes to break through for that building vision to crumble. See, if you hang in here, the best bits are to come. The best, it's a building up, it's a process, you'll find, and if you have to watch this video and me 2 or 3 times rewatching these back myself to take it in, and then you can watch it over and over. Chris, there's new pillars, golden light pillars coming in. Darling, is there anything you're getting to share and say while this is happening?
No, not with that, Anastasia. I'll let you continue.
Okay. Things are still balancing. Left and right brain is now balancing because I slowed down and I paused and I allowed, and then it just popped in. And that's okay. So this was 0-1 first waiver. So we could keep it to this and finish because this block is finished. We can finish it here and now about what is first waiver. So I'm just filling into, do we continue? Do we finish here? I don't feel we're finished yet. What do you feel, Chris? What does everyone else feel in the comments?
I feel the same as you. Yeah. See what comes through next.
Right, and that plane taking off is us taking off. All right, I'll give it a few minutes. I'll look at what I've written here, and then it'll either be I'll keep going or I'll go, no, we need to finish. Because who wants to get off? I don't want to get off. You don't want to get off.
Exactly.
Why is that, Chris? Why? Why don't you want to get up?
Oh, it's just being in this space. It's like, this is, for me right here, this is what it's all about, because it's like, it's like you've always said, there's nothing on it like the planet. And if we take the time to slow down and really feel into, each of these videos, it's like, oh my gosh, like such divine energy that, it just feels amazing to be in.
I know, I just got me some of that. I just saw the vision from that, one of our candidates for the government. Their banner is freedom, and I just laughed because that freedom, free from domination, when I did this time last year, when I did Ian White and I came on together. What an amazing divine masculine and feminine. And what a surprise, the energy forces that wanted to prevent him and I right up till just a few minutes before. And I didn't know if he was going to come in of trying to stop us coming on as well. And then here we are a year later. Well, it was the 31st of the 12th. But anyway, you and I coming in, and hasn't a lot happened in 1 year. Holy, holy, holy.
No kidding.
I feel so different to when I was with Ian. I would just feel in a very different space. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely. And, after the 1st of January and on to now at this point, yeah, it's like so many transitions and transformations, it's like, yeah, a whole different new space for sure.
Well, was only this year, only recently, that Spirit came in with first waivers of New Earth Ascension. I had someone write a comment on the Anastacia Blue Beyond Guide Facebook page saying, oh, the first wave is from the 50s and 60s. What are you referring to? And that was kicked off to lead to here. I'm like, okay, because I'm bringing all the energies in. It was like, I can't slow down and explain. And that's where you came in to help me to explain those things so I can keep bringing the energies through, because you've been guided with your divine guidance, with all the words have been said. For Anastacia, she can't rewrite what she's already been doing for years. And that's why I just keep reading, sharing updates. And it was all you guys that are saying, this is for now. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Shit.
In a very good way. Like, you know, I want to share one big message for everybody. The universe and spirit is ahead of you every time and has been all this time. Please take this in and I'll explain. The universe has been a step ahead of you the whole time. What happened recently? There's another plane, there's us taking off. Something happened recently, if I'm meant to remember, I will. Something happened recently. My picture I shared recently. When I'm in that flow, I was then guided to share a picture from 1 year ago wearing these angel wings. I haven't wore that pendant, I don't feel since. And then I was guided to add a frame with the white light coming out, and that picture packed an energy upgrade of the third eye that I shared recently. And that picture was taken 1 year ago, ready to then, of that energy. I was talking to another Blu-ray, and when I was talking to her, I went, oh, I need to take a photo, because Spirit just goes, you need to take a photo now. You know, it's not a conscious thought, but it's just, I need to take a photo, and you just do it. My hand does it. And when I saw that and the effect of the energy, I went, Spirit, you were there already ahead. So I want to remind everybody, with what you're going through, that Spirit is one step. The universe has got us one step ahead, everybody. And I've not felt it like this way before, and it feels wonderful. That assurance of that one step ahead. Now, Chris, people saying, you're a beautiful man, Chris, and beautiful energies. Thank you both. Tanya says, wave keeps coming. Hello from Perth, Samantha. Kerry says it was amazing. Angel said, enjoying hearing you both. Go with the flow. We never want you to get off. A big heart palpitation, an opening boom, more to shift, ready for more. Thank you both for bringing this live today. Many golden keys and healings gifted. And I do feel us slowing it down now. It's now starting to slowly wind down, because I don't like, okay, we're really done now. Get off, see ya. No, I always, there's a new thing in my videos. I go, I'm going to go in a few minutes. I just want to slow it down, and just thanks everyone for coming. Chris, thanks for coming on today. Hey.
Thank you so much, sister, because, you know, for inviting me, you know, to share my perspective and my spark of the divine, because as first wavers, I feel that in order for us to grow and ascend further, it's time for us to come out and gather, truly gather, and, you know, walk the talk, you know, walk the walk. And so, yeah, it's time for us to shine our light, and I'm here to do that with you. So thank you.
Thank you for reminding me and others that, yes, actually there is nothing left to wait for. Now, it doesn't mean everyone needs to jump on a video. It doesn't mean, it means within your own Christ-like consciousness, in the areas where you work with those people around you, your light shines, you're a beam, and you heal instantly. If you only knew how instantly you all heal just by being you. And I'm not the only one and the first one to bring this through, and I've shared this in other videos. It just, watch how your light affects others, and that you will call the bullshit and the black shit to you, because you're a constant transmuter. You wouldn't be here on this live if this wasn't part of your energy of who you are. So allow your light to shine. There's nothing left to wait for. We can't sit on the fence forever. Okay. And a lot of people are, there's been a couple of things with that, Chris, is some souls have let me know that they were afraid to feel. And so they just kept out of the body and stayed in spirit. And I said, well, you need to make a choice to consciously remain there, or to just gently trust yourself, because the message came just in the last few days. It's now safe to come in and come home to yourself in your body, because it's worse out there than it is in here. This is your safety zone now. Everyone else's shit from the inside is now out due to what's happening in the world. So you really need all your energy in yourself to come home to yourself, to ground in. Just shifting something. To allow yourself to choose and want to come home to yourself is the biggest golden anchor key ever. If you're not starting from beyond below the iceberg of making a choice to want to be here, if not now, when? There are 5 others that Spirit has let me know that I'll be asking to do videos as number 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're up to 6 with different souls. I will let you know, everybody know. I'll give you a heads up of that beforehand. It is flowing so organically, naturally, that I've wanted this for so long, and now I'm here with Chris. It wasn't what I thought it would be. We need to shift the thoughts. So many are sending through the mind. Chris, what about that one?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
that's been a shock to me and a surprise to me that was revealed to me recently, even though I've been bringing through and talking about feelings and emotions and coming from the heart for years and years and years and years. When I realized through a coping mechanism and for survival and the best that they knew how, no blame, no judgment, ever, ever. It's gentleness, gentleness. That the majority are ascending through the mind and the head. Very, very interesting, Chris. Whew.
Yeah, because I feel like from our upbringing all the way up to here, it's like we were taught, that's how we were taught to function in the world, was from the head and the logic, and the emotions and the feeling always took the back seat. And yeah, it's like, so people are having a harder time, and we all do at times, and it's like you say, a lot are afraid to feel, so they go into the mind because that's a whole lot more natural, safer place for them. And so, yeah. And what I will say now is, it's like you say, the divine is ahead, and the universe is ahead of us, is always looking out for us. So that's where that divine faith and trust, that's where we build upon, because it's like, even with this life here, it's like we didn't know how it was going to go. There was no form to it. And this is something I've never done and was like totally out of my realm, and that's all I could do, was just hand it over to the divine and show up. And that's what we're here to do now, just
that's
show up and give
golden
yourself,
messages.
yeah, give yourself more credit than you do, because that was my message, shine your light. Don't be afraid to shine your light.
I love your energy. That was so nice to hear that. I felt that. That's so empowering when you hear and feel you being brave to show up. And this is our world stage right here. People saying so beautifully said, I'm a deep feeler, got caught behind myself, hiding behind my big mind. That's okay. Once the door is open and you have that consciousness, and I do want to finish up now, if you'll allow me, Chris, course sister, you do what you feel, that's what you're going to say.
Absolutely.
And I didn't get enough laughs in today. What's going on now? I feel like laughing. It's time to wind it up. What's happening? There's a lot of joy coming in. I'm feeling so much higher heartfelt joy coming in right now.
Yep.
So I want to finish this with we'll be writing more about this, about our super consciousness. I'm not the only one that's written about it. I have written about it before. I was looking at a post June this year, and then I was continue to bring through all the energies. So Consciousness is number one also. Linking with your emotions and feeling. When you link the two, you will create a new super consciousness that's needed as a new ascending earth master to create the new. People are conscious, and in that first layer of consciousness, people are bringing the mind in consciously, see, and what we were just talking about, okay? And they're going through their ascension with their mind consciously talking and writing and sharing about the spiritual. However, until we link and become spiritually mindful, consciously feeling through our heart and our emotions, that is the whole picture of linking from spirit through our soul with a new super consciousness. We're needing to step things up. That's why we need the extra layer of protection. Boom, there's the answer. Because we need to step things up. The consciousness of the mind alone, or the consciousness, is not enough. It's talking about super conscious. So this is interesting. I'm talking about a big new platform. Well, this is it, Chris. It took you and me for me to go, boom, here it is. Because we're talking, we're sharing, we're uniting, we're co-creating. That's why I have a private 144 New Light Paradigm group. Now, if you resonate that you feel that you would like to be part of that, it is a monthly exchange as guided by above, where Chris, and there's about 30 of us in there. That is a sacred space of my personal energy goes into that on Facebook. So you being here today is fantastic. There is super masterclass. There is beyond below the iceberg email updates. That is by a monthly contribution that you choose as an energy exchange. This is all about exchanging energy. The way, if you're meant to, the way is provided, you will. If not, enjoy today. Enjoy the over the 160 live videos gifting. And I always gift above and beyond, times 10, ahead. Can't put an amount for me, what I'm guided to bring through, because I live this. Okay. That needed to be anchored in. So this is a new level of super consciousness. Oh, and remember to subscribe to the YouTube so you can get notifications of the videos, and Facebook so you can get the notifications. You'll do that if you're meant to. I'm just reminding you. If you're passionate and you want to continue with the first wave of energy, you will do that because you want to. Because ultimately, Chris, people have got to choose and they've got to want to. Isn't that the truth?
That's
You've
it.
got to want
Because
to.
then
You've
you
got to
come from
find the
the heart.
joy. Sorry, go, Dal.
That's it. That's what else. You just, because you have to come from the heart to feel that joy and infuse whatever you're doing with it, you know. And otherwise, what's the point?
And you're not alone, people.
Yep.
There's a lot of us now more than ever. I've been slowly watching humanity and seeing, as well as me growing as well, all of you guys grow to where I can now talk about these things is the biggest bliss bomb ever for me. I'm not alone either, just like you felt alone. Well, I felt alone too. As you're coming, I've come and I'm coming back. Just is what it is for me. It's wonderful to be here with you because we're side by side. Bless. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you. We'll leave it with that. Yes, our emotions are a gift. Our emotions is the key and the secret to our growth. That is what makes us different to any other planet, universe, so system, is we have emotions. That's our superpower. Absolutely. And to link that with being super conscious now, watch out.
Wow. Yeah.
Because there's nothing more powerful and empowering than somebody that says, have a nice day, have a cup of get fucked too.
Raw and real.
That's how it's got to be. That's what's going to make things. And we're not alone. There's heaps of us. There's heaps of different levels and vibrations, and so much is happening. You know, fancy Australia coming from the solar plexus of the world, from the originals to the whole planet. Of course, our state of Victoria has the most lockdowns. Of course, it all comes back from here, live from Australia, from the Uluru energies. Boom. So please take your time, if guided, to watch the video with Ian and I from the 31st of the 12th. I shared it recently. You can find it on YouTube. Chris, did you want to finish up with anything? Because I know we can keep going and going. Is there anything else you wanted to share, darling?
No, that was perfect and beautiful, Anastasia. I just want to thank everybody for,
Yes.
allowing me to share my perspective with you all and to be here with you and spend this hour together. It's been a true blessing and an honor. Thank you.
Oh, me too, brother. And thank you, everybody, for showing up, masters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have won. The light has won, okay? Have faith and trust. Don't go and focus on the fear. Focus on the light every time. Whatever you're meant to do, show up, walk the middle path. On the left, the situation is going to go one way. On the right, see it going another. And walk that dirt road middle path with your bare feet and show up, and you will be guided at the right time, whatever it is that you need to do for yourself. Let go of that fear. Bless. Love you all so much. Thank you so much, Chris. I know that you're going to come in on another one when I'm talking to someone else. So this is just the beginning of a brand new platform. Thank you, everyone. Love you very much. Bye, everyone. Bye, Chris. See you, darling.
Bye, guys. Bye, Anastasia.
Bye.